Good morning, guys.
What's up, everybody?
So today we're doing this recording because there's definitely some breaking news going across social media apps at the moment.
Yeah, we stumbled on a couple of things as we were just talking and scrolling TikTok and whatnot last night, and we the felt it necessary to share with everybody our concerns and some things that I think everybody should be up on the know about.
For sure. So so last night you called me about some things going on in New York.
Yeah, so I was scrolling TikTok and noticed that I've seen a couple of videos from no kind of big name source news people. It was just these every common man or every common individual, that kind of thing, um, talking about um, protest in New York. It's they're protesting. They're the pro Palestine protest, and so I got to looking into it. It's not something that's being talked about at all. It seems in the main news. I think I finally found some articles on Fox, CNN, a couple others, and turns out it's not just New York. They protested in London on Armistice or was it Remembrance Day, whatever it's called. Um, they done a big protest there. They are protesting in Australia, along with multiple other cities throughout the U.S. And it's very concerning for me because, for one, the war's not here. The U.S. isn't the one that started the war. So why? And when I say protest, a lot of these videos that I've seen, I almost had like PTSD from the Black Lives Matter stuff. The one of the biggest videos I seen was in New York. There's a guy who climbed up on a what looked to be a light pole with some American flags, was pulling the American flags down and throwing them to the ground. They were burning American flags in the street. Like um, they stormed Grand Central Station, shut it down. Um, it's just it's a lot going on. And again, I haven't seen it in any. I haven't seen it be top news on any mainstream media. So
Right, and it definitely should be. I mean, like we were talking about on during the episode, like, obviously the FBI director has come out in public saying that America needs to stay on a pivot. And so if this type of stuff is happening, why aren't why is it not, front page news right now, because that's something we need to know what's going on.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So just real quick, one of the one of the main ones that I found was on CNN. It says 300,000 join pro Palestinian rally in London as scores of counter protesters arrested. So it says around 300,000 people turned out for a large protest in London, or a large rally in London on Saturday as police arrest. So it's talking about counter protesters. So there was a group of extremists. Um, they CNN keeps calling them right wing extremists or far right, and let me see if I can find the name of them. Yeah, I can't remember which article talks actually names them, but they pretty much went in and they say that they were solely there just to cause issues. The way it was described, it sounds a lot like the Antifa stuff that everybody was claiming was going on and everything. So whether or not it was actually the protesters that were doing the violent part of it, who knows, because it's such a mix up in that. But just the fact that it's on our home turf, it's in America now. Now I know that was about London, but New York and Chicago, there was also a big one in Chicago. Um, those were the two big ones here in the U.S. that I seen over the weekend. So it's definitely something that we need to keep an eye on. I kind of feel like that it's gonna before it's over with, it's gonna end up being something like I said, like how the Black Lives Matter protest and everything with cities burning, and I think we're kind of heading that track right now.
Oh, without a doubt. So when you called me about that, I was literally sending you some other breaking stuff that deals with Iran. This is less about Hamas. Now it's starting to look like the U.S. and Iran are going to be the main two bickering when it's Hamas is the one that is attacking Israel. And you're right. Like we didn't throw any, like you said something about last night about them demanding ceasefire. We're not even the ones who fired. Like we're just there for our ally. Like we're just supporting them.
Right.
We're doing the same thing. We are doing the same thing that Iran is doing for Hamas. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So last night, so this starts breaking TikTok and going all over TikTok. So Iran vows to kill former American government officials, including President Donald Trump, to avenge the 2020 U.S. assassination of the terrorism mastermind Soleimani. So, tensions keep rising between the U.S. and Iran since the Israel Hamas war began. Almost every week, Iranian backed militias have attacked U.S. bases in Syria and Iraq. So they're actively attacking our U.S. bases in the Middle East. So that I don't understand why we don't know that's going on. Like why is this just now coming out? Because they've been attacking our military that's already out there. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a pretty broad act, you know? Um the the an Iranian uh officer hired a hitman to kill John Bolton. Now, those who don't know who John Bolton is a former national security advisor of the United States. So they've actively already hired somebody. They've actively tried to get a hit, and ultimately they were unsuccessful. So for one, they paid this hitman $300,000, and John Bolton said in the interview that he found that kind of insulting. But he was like, I'm worth way more than 300,000." So it's good that he's got some type of humor with it. But the guy that they hired was actually an informant for the FBI currently. So it was very unsuccessful, but they have already made that statement. They've already vowed, they've already tried. They're not going to stop. I mean, you know, basically all we're doing now is like, so we've caught them. Okay. They're what now? I'm going to tell you right now, they're already looking for their next option. If they if they have a goal, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy how we are the US is looked at like Big Brother. All of these other countries, like even though, like I said, the nothing's going on here. It's all over in Israel, Gaza City. On that side of the world. Why come? What's the purpose of threatening our leaders? What's the purpose of rioting and protesting in our cities? Like we could I honestly feel like the US could put out a public statement saying ceasefire, stop all, and they're not going to listen over there. So what purpose other than to cause chaos for us is there for them to be doing that?
Oh, without a doubt. Just to so this is John Bolton. He was on. He's the one that they attempted to assassinate. It says the FBI has an arrest warrant out for this Iranian officer, claiming that he hired a hitman online to travel to Washington, corner Bolton in a garage, and kill him. But it turned out, lucky for Bolton, the assassin was an FBI informant. So, and like I said, whenever I was watching the interview, I mean, he had some humor about it, and you know, so that's good, but it's just
Yeah.
wild. I mean, Jerry was on there saying, or it was either Jerry or Little Jimmy, and they said something about like this is building up to something, and
Yeah.
I believe that everybody is right when people say that, like this is because you know the FBI director that currently, I mean, he's right. We should be on a pivot.
Yeah.
We should know what's going on. We should know, like, we should watch ourselves when we're in big cities. We should, you know, not even like, because here's the thing, like Hamas, when they attacked Israel, they attacked civilian populated areas. So obviously that kind of warfare they're not scared of.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
is something we have to worry about. Um, I feel like we're always. This is sad to say, but in America, I feel like we're always just waiting for the next disaster, but we're never prepared for the next disaster. You know what I mean?
Well, like you said, them saying that we need to be on a pivot. Would this not be top news? So my conspiracy theory part of me says they're holding on to this to be able to blow it up when they want to hide something else. We've talked about that before, how the government will use the media to hide something they're trying to do,
Oh, without a
um
doubt.
but no, it definitely should be top news, I feel, because it's no longer in the Middle East. It's no longer on that side of the country. It is now in our backyard. And people just need to be aware and be ready for some craziness that I feel like's coming. It's on its way.
Well, something that I have learned over the years that everything in this world is all about response. And I think truly, I feel now, I don't think it's ever gonna, I don't think it's gonna come to this, but truly, I feel that, you know, our president, our representative of our country, needs to be publicly addressing this because if they're going for our government officials, I mean, what more act of war do they want before they do try to at least prepare us? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, with that being said, we just wanted to get on here and do a public service announcement, do some breaking. We are we are up extremely early doing this. We wanted to make sure we could do it pretty quick because we didn't want it to be old news by the time that we recorded our next episode. So,
Yeah. Now it is something that we will talk about a lot more in depth on our next episode. So when when are we streaming again? Saturday.
Saturday night. I think the
Yep. So when we
plan. I think the plan will be about Saturday night, about 8 o'clock, uh, Central Time.
yeah, so we will be talking about it, a lot more in depth, in detail at that point. Go ahead and do your own research. Look up look up all these stories and start. Get your opinions formed and the gears running in your head and come on in to the live stream with us and let us know what you think about all the craziness. Would be absolutely would be really happy to have you be a part of it. So
Exactly. Also, starting next stream as well, we will also be live on YouTube and Twitch. And then I think I was talking to Corey. I think we're going to figure out how to get us live on his TikTok. I can't go live, so that's fun.
not yet. We'll
But
we'll get you there.
yeah, so but regardless, for sure we'll be live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So um that's all we got for this morning. Like I said, America needs to stay on a pivot. You guys need to be well informed and do your research and stay safe. So, but y'all have a good day.
See ya.